Hey guys, welcome back to the second part of my update video, which is part 2. And we're basically going to be going through like news type stuff, like Star Wars Rebels returning and ending, and Avengers: Infinity War, the new trailer that came out 2 weeks ago, and the new Han Solo trailer that basically came out like a month ago, like a little over a month ago now, and so go through what I'm playing on game on April 13th with the Han Solo A Star Wars Story merchandise comes out. So yeah, so let's get on to that right now. Let's start off with Rebels real quick. Let's go through a little preview because I'm going to do a series review of Rebels. So yeah, can't wait to do that. So be sure to look out for that video sometime this week. A Star Wars Rebels series review. So let's get on with Rebels. So basically, when Rebels came back, they showed off a trailer back in January with what we could expect to happen within the last 3 weeks of the series. And I gotta admit, the trailer that they showed really was very convincing and very intriguing because they showed off a very major character from the original trilogy, which was Emperor Palpatine himself. And we found out that Ian McDiarmid was coming back to voice Palpatine in Star Wars Rebels Season 4. So I was like, oh my god, they're actually bringing Palpatine in this. I didn't think they would bring the Emperor in this at all, but they did. And he showed up in the episode called, like the 2 episodes called, it had to involve the Morris gods and all it. It was like the second week out of the 3 that came out this spring / where, like late where is spring. And so yeah, he showed up in like the last 2 weeks of Rebels, the series finale, in the episodes before the finale. And I gotta admit, he was very awesome in those episodes. Like he was, even though he could bring out his lightsaber and started dueling everybody and killing everybody, he was badass. He was a good character in the show, even though he was only in the last few episodes of the series overall. And so he was a very good character, especially in the series finale where he was trying to convince Ezra to join him. Oh, I guess not actually join him, but have him basically go with his parents and say, basically, he was trying to convince Ezra to like forget about the alliance, forget about the rebellion and all that, just go back into your parents and all that. And Ezra did decide to do that. Instead, he decided to stay with the rebels and such, stay with the Ghost Crew. Palpatine was like, that was a voted. Brings in his Royal Guards, which was awesome. We actually got to see the Royal Guards do some action, which was awesome. This was the only time we ever seen the Royal Guards do a action, excluding the Praetorian Guards in The Last Jedi. This is particularly for the Imperial Royal Guards dedicated to Emperor Palpatine, because we always saw him in Return of the Jedi, and all they did was just stand there in the movies. In the Rebels TV show, they actually did shit. They actually did some action. So that was awesome. Very awesome to see. He was like, destroy him. And I was like, yeah, that's not gonna go well, Palpy. I don't think they're gonna kill him. That's just too powerful for them. But yeah, very interesting episodes. I gotta admit, they started off the return of Rebels with Kanan dying. Kanan getting killed off like immediately. In the first episode, that basically the second half, basically the premiere of the second half of season 4. They get just kill off Kanan. And I was like, wow, they did this faster than I thought they would. I thought they would have done it like a series finale or something. And no, they had to do it right off the bat at the end of the first half of the season 4 part 2 premiere. So that was very sad. That was very sad. But it was very, very well done. Well done, Dave Filoni. You get an awesome job with killing off Kanan, because everyone that's seen this show loves Kanan. He's like one of the most popular characters in the show by far. Just including the Ghost Crew, excluding like Ahsoka and Darth Vader and such. Those characters are gonna be popular no matter what. Excluding those characters, just include the Ghost Crew alone. Kanan was like one of the most developed and popular characters in the series by far. because he was one of the remaining Padawans in the Jedi Order during Order 66. He was like one of the few survivors. That was he was basically called the last Padawan, the last living Padawan from the Jedi Order during the Clone Wars. And I was like, oh my god, that's cool, that's awesome. He was like a lost Jedi that lost his way, and then Hera showed up, brought him back into the Jedi ways. Ezra comes around, he becomes Ezra's master, and so now losing Kanan, he actually got his sight back right before he got obliterated by the nuclear fusion explosions from the fuel factories. And I'm like, oh my god, they actually gave him his sight back right before he died. It was very sad. I almost cried. I was like teary-eyed at that point. I was like, oh my god. And Hera and Kanan, by the way, they kissed right before he died. So that there was some closure there. I have a feeling, and after that moment, or during that moment where they were kissing, he was gonna get shot or something was gonna happen to Kanan, because this felt like they're doing some closure here with Kanan. I was like, oh no, they're gonna kill him off already. No. But I did have a feeling they were gonna kill him off. Like the entire time that episode was going, they were actually treating Kanan like he was preparing himself to die. Like Kanan was preparing for something to happen to him, to happen to himself, to basically expect him to die. It's like the wolves were coming to Kanan saying, you're gonna die in this moment, so you better prepare yourself to die now, right now. And so, yeah. And then the second half of that hour premiere, it was basically an overall episode of how the Ghost Crew was reacted to the loss of Kanan, because Kanan was like the secondary leader of their group, of their family. Even though Hera was the leader of their family, Kanan was like the secondary leader of their family. He was like the father figure to everybody. And Hera was like the mother figure. Sabine and Zeb were like brother and sister, along with Ezra. Ezra was like the younger child, like the younger sibling, compared to Zeb and Sabine, which were like the older brother and sister. And Chopper was like their pet. So it was like a huge family type deal. And the loss of Kanan, like for Ezra, Sabine, and Zeb, it was like a feeling of a loss of their father. And Hera, it was like a loss of her husband. So yeah, it got like a real detailed, developed reaction from the Ghost Crew from that entire episode. And Governor Price. So let's talk about the villains for a little bit. Thrawn, he gets sent to Coruscant to speak to the Emperor about his TIE Defender project, because he's going up in competition with Director Craig in his Death Star project. So he had to basically try to go back. He basically had to go back to Coruscant to speak to Palpatine about convincing him to continue on with his TIE Defender project on Lothal. And so we don't see Thrawn that much in the second half, other than we see him in that first half, and they say go to Coruscant, and then we see him in a hologram a couple times, and then he comes back in the series finale to finish off what he wanted to, what he started. It doesn't go well. So we don't see much of Thrawn in this, but we see a lot of Governor Price and Rook, because they're the only two villains that are on Lothal still. And Governor Price kind of screws things up and fires. Basically, Governor Price killing Kanan with the fuel factory escape blowing up kind of factors in with Thrawn basically losing his entire TIE Defender project, because he basically said, like, now that you destroyed my entire fuel supply, my TIE Defender project has been compromised. How could you? You destroyed my TIE Defender project, now it's compromised. Now I can't do my TIE Defender project because you destroyed my entire fuel supply. And in the process, of course, excellent at killing Kanan, killing the Jedi, but in the process, he basically compromised my project. So you kind of have a win and loss situation here. So Thrawn's pissed at Price, and Thrawn just basically technically gives command to Rook. Basically tells Rook to hunt down the remaining rebels and destroy them once and for all. And so, yeah. So Governor Price is basically on the line of dying by execution of Thrawn's ideal ways of failure. Because he said to Price personally, like direct, that he will deal with her when he returned. And I like to wonder how he would have dealt with it. Like, it would it be like full-on execution or what? Like, what? How would she have been killed off in that way, in that direction? We don't know because that actually happened. But other than that, that's the first episode. The second week was all about the Force and Ahsoka. Ahsoka comes back in the second half of this episode, of that hour of the second week of Rebels. The first half, they find that the wolves come to Ezra and tell him that the giant temple on Lothal is in danger. So the Ghost crew goes to save the giant temple on Lothal. They find out that there's this minister guy that's working for Emperor Palpatine. He's there to basically recover a bunch of giant artifacts that are hidden inside the temple. And they find a mural of the Mortis gods, the Dar, the Son, and the Father. And apparently Emperor Palpatine knows about these gods, the god beings or whatever. And this is the first we've heard of this. So like, are you telling me that Palpatine knew about these beings? About these force beings? And because we didn't know about this in the Clone Wars, because it was like a mystery to the entire Jedi Order, to be honest, from what we know. Like, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Sokka didn't know. They didn't have a clue who the hell they were when they encountered them in the Clone Wars Season 3. And we didn't even know that Palpatine knew about these guys until now. Like, what? And so, Palpatine's basically wanting to gather up all the secrets in that temple for himself, to gain more power. And so, we basically find out that there's like a world between worlds, like a time travel type deal with involving the Force in these Mortis gods. And so Ezra goes in this portal or whatever. It finds out all these like portals that could go into different times of space and time, like the future, the past, or the present. And I was like, oh my god, this is cool. And you hear all these quotes from all the films, like the Clone Wars series, or the original trilogy, or The Last Jedi, or Rogue One. Basically all kinds of quotes and such from different characters from all the films. And that was very cool. I loved that. And this owl that always was around with Ahsoka, because Ezra was like, oh, I've seen you before. Whenever Ahsoka was around, I always saw you with her. It was like this owl creature. And seriously, like, the last time we saw this owl was in season 2 finale. And so we knew right off the bat, this owl has to be linked to Ahsoka somehow. And we actually find out what happened to Sokka. We find out, because if you guys remember in the Season 2 finale, the doors to the Sith Temple closed while Ahsoka was continuing her duel with Vader. So we didn't find out what happened to Ahsoka. We didn't find out the outcome of that lightsaber duel between Vader and Ahsoka in Season 2. We basically find that closure in this episode. It just made my heart like blow. It was mind blowing, and I was like, "Oh my god, we're finally getting the answer we've been wanting for 2 years, for 2 freaking years." And oh my god, if Ezra didn't interfere with that duel, Vader would have killed Ahsoka. Vader would have killed Ahsoka Tano. Oh my god, Vader would have struck her down. And oh my god, Ezra is like, oh my god, I gotta save her. He reaches through the portal, grabs Ahsoka, yanks her out of that moment. And Vader he was about to strike her down, and then the floor breaks. It basically collapses underneath Vader, and Vader just falls through the floor. Falls through the temple. He was probably like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck? Like, where'd she go? It was like, right at the moment he would have struck her down, he falls through the floor, and I'm like, oh my god! What the hell did I just see? What the hell just happened? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? And so I feel bad for Vader at that moment. I'm like, oh man. He would have killed, he would have felt a moment of remorse killing one of the last few remnants of his past, and he kind of failed at that because of something he had no clue existed. I can see Vader going back to the Emperor saying, I kind of failed at killing Ahsoka because of this boy coming through the portal, grabbing her, yanking her out to God knows what, I don't know what. It would be very awkward of a big talk to the Emperor about how he failed at killing Ahsoka. It would have not gone well, I would think. So Ezra basically explains to Ahsoka that you've missed a lot. He's just like, where's King at? He's like, you kind of missed a lot. He kind of died. He basically explains to Ahsoka what happened as such with the wolves and all that. Ahsoka's just assuming that Kane's spirit is still working through the wolves. And I'm like, wow. A lot of people were speculating that, and they were right. Thank you, Ahsoka, for giving us closure to that. And then Ezra then assumes that he can save Kanan the same way he saved Ahsoka. But Ahsoka basically explained to Ezra that if you pull Kanan out of this moment, that you will all die as well. That you, Hera, and Sabine will die as well. So, Ezra was kind of stuck in that situation where I can save Kanan, but at the same time, I gotta let him go. So that was very sad. I felt bad for Ezra at that moment. And then they were about to leave. Ezra was like, I can't wait for you to come back. Like, the others will be so happy to see you. And Ahsoka was like, I can't go with you because of time and space. Because it would affect the future. It would change the future. And then Emperor Palpatine shows up. I'm like, oh my god. He's like, perhaps I can help you. Ahsoka Tano as a future. Mine like lost. He has this evil laugh. I'm like, a classic evil laugh. I'm like, oh my god. We're getting the Emperor. It finally went into me like we're getting. It finally clicked in my head. We're getting Palpatine in this, in this animated stuff. Oh my god. And he starts doing this evil Sith magic with the magic orb thing that he had in the Clone Wars Season 6. He did this evil Sith magic that probably only Palpatine knows of. He was saying some weird ass language that I have no idea of. I have no idea what he was saying. And he basically sang out an evil Sith spell to Ezra and Ahsoka to destroy them. And oh my god, this is so cool. And Palpatine never goes through the portal. We always see him on the other side of the portal, which is probably his Sith museum or Sith room or whatever on Coruscant. He's probably still on Coruscant. And yeah, that was awesome. And then Ezra and Ahsoka go their separate ways. Ahsoka goes back through the portal to Malachor. And that's the moment we see Ahsoka at the moment where we see her walking back into the Sith Temple. At the end of Season 2, where we saw her walk back into the Sith Temple, we see that moment again. So, at that point, I was like, okay, so we didn't really miss much at all. But at the same time, we did. So, we don't know what happened to Ahsoka after that. But Ezra, of course, escapes. Palpatine's grasp, and Palpatine was like, no! And I'm like, oh my god. Palpatine must have been pissed. Oh man. For the first time in his life, Palpatine failed. That had not gone well. So, that's basically the second week of Rebels. Series finale. Right now, let's talk about the series finale. This was the final battle, the final stand to reclaim Lothal. Very awesome episode. They got everybody back together. They got Ketsu back together. They got Hondo. They got Rex, Gregor, Wolf back together. Everyone is back together again to liberate Lothal once and for all. Very awesome. I gotta say, one of the best scenes in that series finale was when the wolves came out. It was attacking the Empire, the Imperial forces, Governor Price and her stormtroopers. Oh my god, that was like one of the greatest scenes I've ever seen in Rebels. That was so awesome of a scene, and the music, oh my god, that just improved it, even made it even cooler. The music was even, it basically made that scene even cooler. Very awesome scene. One of the greatest scenes ever in the Rebel series overall. And they capture Price and such, use her as a prisoner so they could get to the Imperial base, the Imperial station, the main station, the main Imperial headquarters on Lothal, so they could get inside and hijack everything and turn off security, all that blah blah blah. And then Thrawn comes back, he returns, he makes his epic return to Lothal. And so yeah, really? It was very awesome, I gotta admit. Very, very awesome. Very well done. I gotta admit, the entire process of them capturing, taking over the Imperial headquarters was pretty interesting. I gotta admit, very fun to watch. Then Thrawn comes back. Like I'll get back to Thrawn here right now. Thrawn returns to Lothal, finding that things have changed since his talk with Price and Rook in like 2 weeks back. Yeah, he lost his headquarters to the rebels. He was like, wow, you basically brought in all my Imperial forces, so I have to worry about destroying my own guys when I bombard the city. So Ezra basically helped Thrawn give him the ability to bombard the city. I'm like, well done, Ezra, you really thought that through. Like, you should have left the Imperial forces out there to basically die. But you know what? Thrawn probably would have bombarded the city anyways, so what makes the difference there? And so he starts bombarding the city with the Imperial weapons from the Star Destroyer. And then Ezra gives in to Thrawn's orders, his commands. He's like, okay, I'll surrender, I'll turn myself in. It's like, okay, I'll wait for you, I'm waiting for you now. Bye. Boom. And so Ezra basically goes, it does a Kanan sacrifice. Like how this is basically how Kanan sacrificed himself. Ezra learned from that. He's basically learning how to sacrifice himself exactly how Kanan did. Even though Ezra did die. Ezra did not die, by the way. So Thrawn captures Ezra. Ezra and Thrawn have a little chat, and then Ezra takes Thrawn takes Ezra to Palpatine himself, even though it's just a hologram, into this sacred room or something that has the remains of the Lothal Jedi Temple. On his Star Destroyer, is then we see Palpatine as his past self, as his prequel self, before he became Emperor Palpatine, before he had that scarred face and all that. And I was like, I was saying, so where are they going with this? So I'm confused. So where are we going with this here? And so, but that was when Palpatine was convincing Ezra to go back to his parents. But that didn't work. That plan didn't work. Palpatine was pissed, and then the hologram of him changes into his real self. So that makes me wonder: is Palpatine using the a hologram version of his past self to show off his identity to the galaxy? Is showing his past identity to the galaxy so they think that he's not all that bad, but he's actually evil? He just says that wanting to show his evil self to the public all that much. He wants to show his peaceful, happy self. Like, the Empire's not that bad. Yeah, but then his hologram changes into his real self, his evil Sith cloak self, his Emperor Palpatine self, with the yellow eyes, a scar face, all that. Ezra's like, I already have everything I need. I don't need anything from you. And he was like, folks, yeah. And then the Imperial Royal Guards come in, which was awesome. To fight Ezra. Ezra escapes again, goes up to the bridge to confront Thrawn. And Thrawn's basically in a screwed position here because he just found out that Rook was killed off by Zeb. Zeb killed Rook, technically, kind of, because Rook got kind of wiped out in the power generator thing when that got turned back on. And he was like, Thrawn was like, Rook, what's your status? And then Zeb goes back to the comic and he's like, oh, sorry, he's a little busy right now at the moment. And then he sees Rook get killed, basically getting killed. He's like, never mind about calling back. Thrawn has this look at his face like, no! One of the funniest moments of that series finale was that scene right there. Realizing that Rook, his own assassin, was just killed. Never mind about coming back. Never mind about calling back. Very funny scene right there. Then Ezra shows up on the bridge saying, looks like you lose, Thrawn. And he's like, hey, Thrawn was like, I might have stepped back. He just brushes it off like it was like a minor setback. Because he's got his blockade up there all that. And then he finds out that his blockade is just gone. It's simply gone. And he's like, get me Captain Pyongyang. And I was like, oh my god, they put Pyongyang in this? Finally? But we don't get a visual appearance of Pyongyang. We only see it, we only hear a voice of him. He basically hear him die. So I guess we didn't get much of Pyongyang, but hey, we got Pyongyang at least for a few seconds. And then he gets contacted by Pyongyang, and then he hears him get killed. Like, sir, we're being overwhelmed, come on! And then, nothing. And then Ezra's like, better look outside. Because you'll see how your blockade got destroyed. It ends up being the whale, the space whales from season 2. And the first thing I thought, I was like, oh man, everybody's gonna be pissed off because no one liked these space whales to begin with. But surprisingly, most people were okay with it. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So Thrawn loses. Ezra basically has to sacrifice himself by holding off Thrawn, holding off the Imperial troopers that are trying to get inside the bridge, and the Purrgil, aka the space whales, grabbed Thrawn's Star Destroyer and jumped them out into hyperspace. So we don't know where Ezra and Thrawn went. They don't know where they jumped hyperspace to. But most of us are predicting that they went into the unknown regions. So this is a big mystery now. What happened to Thrawn and Ezra? Where did they go? And that's probably a big clue to the next animated series that's going to be coming soon. That's going to be announced soon, and that kind of goes into the very end of the series, which basically went from this time period to like a big time gap, like a big time jump to after Return of the Jedi. So you telling me that Zeb, Sabine, Hera, Chopper, Rex, Kallus, they all survived the original trilogy. And not only that, Ahsoka survived the original trilogy. Ahsoka survived past the original films and into the sequel trilogy. Like, oh my god, that's so awesome! That's so freaking awesome! And so we get everybody's past, like Zeb and Kallus. Zeb went to show Kallus the Lyra-San planet that we got introduced to in season 2, to show Kallus that he can kill off all of his people, that his people are alive and well. In the end, we find out that Hera and Captain Rex fought at the Battle of Endor. That's confirmation that Captain Rex is that old man clone trooper on Endor in Return of the Jedi. And we find out that King and Hera had a kid. I don't know how you would take that, but because I don't know how King and Hera would have the time to, you know, I'm not gonna say because that's kind of age 18 and over stuff, so I'm not gonna say that. But you get my point. You guys can kind of get the idea of what I mean. Like, when did Hera have that time to do that? We never got a hint at when they had time to do that. To be honest. But they had a kid. Okay, I don't know if we'll ever see this kid again, but you never know. And then we find out that Sabine stayed on Lothal because Ezra gave Sabine a mission to sail on Lothal to protect Lothal, and to wait for his return, to wait for this moment that you'll know at this moment that it's time to come find me, as such. And that moment was when Ahsoka came to get Sabine, and to tell her, okay, Sabine, it's time. It is time. It's that time now to go find Ezra. And I was like, oh my god. Ahsoka and Sabine going out to find Ezra. That right off the bat, I thought this is gonna be the next animated series. This is gonna be the next animated series. And you know what? To me, in my opinion, if it's called like Star Wars Resistance or something like that, it may be this may be part of the plot, but apparently it won't be the overall main plot. It'll probably be like a side plot. Like the side plot would be like finding Ezra or something, but the main plot is forming the Resistance. That would work. In my opinion, that would work. So that's the overall end of Rebels. To be honest, Dave Filoni, you did an outstanding job with these last 3 weeks of Rebels. To be honest, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be doing a Rebels series review of the overall series in the next coming days. So be sure to be excited for that. So let's go to the next thing. Avengers: Infinity War. They just released a trailer last week, like 2 weeks ago, and it's going to be coming out on April 27th, and I might be going to see this on my birthday, which is like a few days after it releases in theaters. I gotta say, the trailer blew my mind. Blew my mind. It's just going to be way more excited than I was before. Like, if you thought the first trailer was exciting, this one's way more exciting. It really gets me way more excited now. Like, I'm excited for this now. I'm excited. That's all I'm going to say. About Avengers: Infinity War. Solo: A Star Wars Story. Let's talk about that. A trailer came out at the beginning of February during the Super Bowl. Gotta admit, very excited for this movie now. Now that we got some visuals and an idea of what the movie's going to be like, I'm excited for it now. I'm excited for it. It's going to be coming out on Memorial Day, the week before the last week of high school for me. Can't wait to see this. Cannot wait to see this. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because Lando, Kira, Han, Chewie, this is going to be an awesome movie. I'm excited for this. It may not be one of my favorite movies, but it'll still be an awesome Star Wars movie. So yeah, if Rogue One was awesome, I would think that Solo: A Star Wars Story would be awesome as well. So yeah. So that's really the main big news out there for Star Wars and Marvel-wise and such, I guess. And for collecting-wise, let's talk about what I'm going to plan on getting for April 13th's release of Solo: Star Wars Story. I plan on getting out the Porg 2-pack that are from the Black Series, which is $5.99. Plan to get the Jedi and Clone Troopers Battle Pack from the LEGO line, and the Yoda's Hut. What I'm basically going to do with those two is, I'm going to get those two so I can review them for you guys, and then I'm going to resell them on eBay to get the money back, but I'm going to keep the Made figures because I love the Made figures. The Made figures are awesome looking, so I'm going to keep those, but I'm going to sell the rest of the sets. I'm planning on getting the Kira, Corellia, and the 4-Rum Black Series 6-inch figures, because if you guys didn't see my part 1 of my update video, I mentioned that I already got the other figures. I got the Grand Moff Tarkin figure, the Han Solo figure, the Lando figure, basically the first wave of these Solo: A Star Wars Story figures early on eBay for great prices, and I should be getting those today or tomorrow or sometime this week. So yeah, very excited to get those in the mail. I plan on getting the Forces of Destiny Ahsoka doll figure, because if you guys don't know me, I love Ahsoka. Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters ever, right next to Darth Vader and Anakin. So yeah, don't need to say much about that other than that, because that basically explains it. Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, so I'm gonna get that Forces of Destiny figure. I'm gonna be getting the Star Wars: The Black Series Kylo Ren centerpiece, which I'm gonna show you guys a picture of it right now. Very awesome centerpiece. I saw pictures of it from Toyfair, and I gotta admit, it looks very awesome, very cool looking, and I'm excited to get it. $50, usual price for centerpieces, like the first two we got back last year. And so I paid $50 for the Darth Vader one. I think I could pay $50 for the Kylo Ren one. And I'm also going to be getting the Black Series Dewback with the Sand Trooper. Can't wait for that too, because I got the Rey Spear and the Luke Land Spear and the TIE Fighter, so I'm excited for this as well. $60, which is kind of pricey, but I got big with everything that they put into the Dewback. I can understand why it is that much. And for the Black Series Darth Vader helmet, oh my god! As soon as I saw the first images of this back in 2017, fall of 2017, I knew right off the bat. As soon as I saw this on the shelves, I was gonna. This would be the first thing I would grab immediately. Like, give me, just give me it. because this helmet is awesome. From what I've seen, from the pictures I've seen, this thing is awesome. It's awesome to the just down to the detail. It's awesome. Like it can split into 3 pieces, like it did in Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith. Oh my god! Like this is the helmet I've been wanting ever since I got into Star Wars. Like, oh my god! Darth Vader's helmet is like one of the favorite. It's one of my favorite things out of Darth Vader as a character because it just looks so cool. Like it's so freaking cool. It gets sound effects like like while you're putting it together, you get the sound effects of it being put together, and I'm like, oh my god! And you get the breathing sounds. Oh my god, that's so cool. But for $100 though. Is at that point where, to me, where I don't care how much it is, I'll pay how much I need to get this thing. I don't care if it's $100, I don't care if it's $200, I'm getting it no matter what. So yeah, that's basically my opinions on the Darth Vader Black Series helmet. Very excited for it. I'll say that. Very pumped. I am excited. I've been excited ever since I saw the very first images of it back in the fall of 2017. And I'll also be getting a couple books. I'll be getting the Last Jedi novelization, and I'll be getting Star Wars Last Shot, which is a book that's basically it's a bunch of little mini stories with Han and Lando throughout the saga, started I think like prior to a solo Star Wars story to like during the sequel trilogy, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and as I said before, I'm gonna get the Last Jedi novelization. So yeah, because I definitely gotta get that because I got the novelization for all the other movies. So yeah, and I've heard that this has a lot more info than the movie does about some scenes, and I'm excited for that. Can't wait to read it. And the last thing is I'm gonna be getting the Darth Maul Lego Star Wars buildable figure. Now the buildable figures have been canceled. This is like one of the last buildable figures that will come out. And I'm glad they made it Darth Maul. I'm glad they made Darth Maul because Darth Maul is one of my favorite villains in Star Wars. And I gotta admit, this is gonna be a very cool buildable figure. So I'll be getting this as well, along with the 2 other Lego sets. And I know I'm gonna be skipping out on the Han Solo Star Wars Story Lego sets, but really, I already got like most of those sets. I'm not really interested in the TIE Fighter. I already got the UCS TIE Fighter, so don't really need that one now because I already got the UCS one, like the best one out there. So, a Lego Star Wars history, so yeah, don't really need it. But I'll be getting the Giant Cold Trooper Battle Pack and the Yoda's Hut to review for you guys, because I know you guys like my Lego reviews, so yeah, and the fact that I love the main figures from those 2 sets, so yeah. But other than that, that's really what I'm going to get on April 13th, the day that the Solo A Star Wars Story merchandise comes out. And in August, I'm going to be getting, because Lego Star Wars is going to be bringing out new sets in August, I'm going to be getting the Anakin's Jedi Starfighter and the Supreme Leader Snoke Throne Room Duel set, because those 2 are going to be very cool in my collection. And here, I'm going to get tomorrow, because this comes out tomorrow, on DVD and Blu-ray, Star Wars The Last Jedi. I'm going to be going to Best Buy to get the Steelbook that has all the bonus features and everything, the Blu-ray version of the movie and the DVD version of the movie. So yeah, very excited to go out and get that tomorrow. And for Toyfair wise, let's talk about Toyfair for a little bit. They revealed a lot of cool Black Series stuff, like this here, this bad boy here. Instead of making another lightsaber, they decided to make the First Order Riot Trooper baton instead of a lightsaber, instead of another lightsaber. That is cool. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be retailed for $200 when it comes out in the fall of 2018, but I could give a damn. I would pay $200 for it instantly. This looks cool. This looks freaking cool. It's got all kinds of lights, sound effects, everything. It actually ejects the same exact way as it did in The Force Awakens. And I went, okay, just give me it. Just give me it now. So yeah, that comes out in the fall. They also revealed a few figures. They revealed a Hop Leia 6-inch Black Series figure with the face technology. Awesome. Very excited for that figure. And let's see if we can find the other ones. Here's another one. This one's gonna be coming out in 2019, but they revealed this anyways. This early, like a year before it's gonna come out. It's actually gonna come out. Vice Admiral Holdo from The Last Jedi. Now, I was wondering since the Last Jedi came out, like, when were they gonna bring out Vice Admiral Holdo? Because we got all the other Last Jedi main characters. We got all the other main characters from the Last Jedi already. So where are they gonna bring out Holdo? And they're gonna bring out Holdo in 2019, and this is what she's gonna look like. And she looks pretty cool. Gotta admit. So excited for the character, so I could finally complete my Black Series 6-inch The Last Jedi collection. They also revealed, this was a few months before Toyfair, but they revealed Dengar, and they also revealed this. Oh, it's Tobias Beckett. I almost forgot his name. Tobias Beckett. He is one of the characters in Solo Star Wars story. He will not be released in the first wave. That's going to be coming out in April. He's going to be coming out later on down the road, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. They revealed some exclusives. They're going to be exclusives to some stores, like Bounty Hunter Suckus. So now, for people out there that wanted to complete the Bounty Hunter group from Empire Strikes Back, there you go, Zuckus. That's the last one we need, because it could be. They revealed Dengar and 4-ROM, and we already have Bosk, IG-8, and Boba Fett. And now we could complete that group with Zuckus. He was originally planned to be a Toys R Us exclusive, but now that we know that Toys R Us worldwide is closing down, shutting down for good, we don't know the fate for this Black Series 6-inch Zuckus yet. We don't know what's going to happen to him yet, but hopefully he'll be exclusive to a different store. Hopefully, I hope, because I like to get him to complete my collection of bounty hunters. The next exclusive, here's another exclusive. This was gonna be exclusive to Walmart, which sucks, because Walmart really sucks with their exclusives, especially Black Series stuff. It is called the Nimban Stormtrooper. This villain is gonna be from Solo: A Star Wars Story. Very awesome figure. Cannot wait for him, but it sucks that he's gonna be a Walmart exclusive, because I rarely see Walmart Black Series 6-inch exclusives. Like, the only time I've ever seen a Black Series 6-inch exclusive was during Rogue One, when they had the Scarab Stormtrooper Walmart exclusive. That was the only time I ever seen Walmart exclusives for Star Wars Black Series stuff. I never seen the Shock Trooper for Battlefront 2. I never seen the Kylo Ren with Throne Room Centerpiece thing. Never saw that. And hopefully that's not the case for this guy, because this guy looks awesome. And I like to have him. I like to get him as soon as I see him. As soon as it comes out. So hopefully I'll be able to get him in the store. And they also revealed another clone trooper from the Clone Wars, Commander Wolf. If Rex didn't excite me enough, they pumped me up enough, Commander Wolf, oh my god. I nearly cried when I first saw the first pictures of Wolf. Like, we just got Rex, and now they're bringing out Wolf. Like, how many other clone troopers are they gonna make? Because we already got Commander Cody, we got Captain Rex, we got Commander Green, we got the final first clone trooper, we got the Coruscant Guard, we got the 41st Elite Clone Troopers, we got the 212th Clone Troopers. Now we're getting Commander Wolf. So are they telling me they're gonna make Commander Bly, ARC Trooper 5s, Echo, maybe? Like, I'm excited. Are they gonna make Commander Doom? Like, how many other Clone Troopers are gonna make? Are they gonna make Commander Fox? That would be awesome. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited that they're still making a lot of Clone Troopers. I'm so excited, because my Clone Troopers are some of my favorite troopers in Star Wars ever. My favorite troopers in Star Wars are Clone Troopers. So yeah, he's gonna be exclusive to Barnes & Noble, the Disney Store, and GameStop. So yeah, it should be very easy to find him, to be honest. And I think that was it for the exclusives. Just double check real quick. Yeah, I think that was it for exclusives. So, yeah, there were some very cool figures that were revealed at Toyfair. Some really cool stuff for the Black Series 6-inch line that was revealed at Toyfair. Very cool stuff, and very excited to get this stuff later this year, in the summer and in the fall. Now, for Lego video game wise, they revealed that they're making a Lego The Incredibles video game. So that's awesome. For those people out there that love the Lego video games, like Lego Star Wars, Lego The Avengers, Lego Jurassic World, Lego Indiana Jones, all those Lego games, like Lego Harry Potter, Lego Batman, Lego Marvel superheroes. This is the stuff. This is a big news for you guys, including me, because I love the Lego games, and I can't wait to get this when it comes out for the Xbox One. And so yeah, that's really it for news wise, everybody. So that's gonna be it for this update video, for part 2 of the update video. So I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. And be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below on my channel. And I'll see you guys in another video. So have a great day, guys. Bye. And may the force be with you.